Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back for another video on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on my Wealthsimple trade Canadian dividend-based stock portfolio. We'll be diving inside the portfolio. I'll give you guys an update on my holdings and I'll show you guys all the dividend payments and whatnot that we've gained inside the account to date. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, I first started investing with Wealthsimple Trade way back at the beginning of 2020. These are two brand new accounts they made on this channel, and I've basically been growing them and doing these updates on a pretty much a weekly basis since I first started the portfolio. So we've been doing these updates for a while. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, please consider subscribing and like the video if you guys enjoyed the video. So let's dive inside the portfolio and let's kind of see how our stock portfolio has been doing over the past little while. So if you guys want to support the channel, you guys can go in the description of this video and you guys can create an account for Wealthsimple Trade. And if you guys do create an account with Wealthsimple Trade, you'll get 2 free stocks that you can get deposited into your account. All you have to do is deposit and trade at least $150 and you guys can get 2 free stocks. And if you guys already have a Wealthsimple Trade account, you guys can use my code here that's in the description as well inside the app to get a free stock as well. Alright guys, so here's a quick little update on the portfolios inside my Wealthsimple Trade account. We have 3 accounts on here and I'll give you guys a quick little update on each account individually, and then we'll go inside the holdings themselves and I'll show you guys the stocks, and then we'll cover the dividends and different things like that we usually do in the weekly updates. So for starters here, we have a total of $111,000, $397 invested in total across all 3 accounts. The main accounts we have is a TFSA, we have a personal account, and then a small RRSP that we're most likely going to start building kind of towards this year. So the big account is TFSA, which we have 12 stocks in, $96,000. We are currently up 14% inside the TFSA. And then the personal account, we have $15,000. We are currently up about 14%, which is $1,871. We'll cover the TFSA account first since it is the bigger account of the 2 accounts. And it is February 14th, 7 a.m. at the time of doing this video. I got up kind of early to do it before I started the day. So the markets aren't quite open yet, but we will be we'll be covering kind of what's been going on over the past Friday and the past week and whatnot here. So over the past day, which was I guess would be Friday, our portfolio went down -1%. Over the past week, we are -0%, so not too much happening in the market. Things pretty much just being steady. Over the past month, we are once again down that -1%. Over the past 3 months, we're up 2%, which is about $1,500. So a little bit of a gain overall. We've seen a bit of a dip, bit of a recovery. And we're kind of, for the most part, kind of sitting even. And over the past year, the TFSA is up 13%. So from February 2021 to February 2022, which is now, we are getting 13% gain, which is pretty cool. And then all time, the TFSA is up 15%, which is $1,200. And to give you guys a quick little recap here, we have some pretty basic stocks inside the TFSA. Our focus with the TFSA is growth as well as dividend growth. Kind of long term. So we have stocks like ATD, CNR, Fortis. We do have RioCan, which is a REIT. That kind of gives us exposure to a little bit of a higher yield, but as well as some real estate. We have TD, we have TELUS, and then we got our 2 big ETFs here going towards the bottom of the screen. And this includes VDY, VFE, and then we also have VTI here because I bought this share when I was showing you guys the Wealthsimple Trade Plus review I did. I bought a share of VTI to show you guys how the conversion works. So Wealthsimple Trade Plus is out. We did it for that video. We will probably just be holding VTI for now. It's just like a share or something like that. Not even a share, so that you guys can just kind of ignore that if you want. But the main holdings we have are VFE, which is the S&P 500, represents a good chunk of the portfolio, about $51,000. And then we have VDY, which is our Canadian High Dividend Yield Index, which includes mostly a lot of big banks and stuff like that, and some other individual stocks. So we have about $30,000 of that. And then our biggest individual holding is TD. And once again, these are more growth-based dividend stocks. So good long-term stocks that have a combination of yield plus stock appreciation and, of course, dividend growth. Now, the personal account on Wealthsimple Trade is a little bit different than the TFSA. It's more or less the same thing, but a little bit of a different focus. So over the past day, the personal account is actually up 1%, which is $169. Over the past week, it is up 2%, $320. Over the past month, it is up 4%. The past 3 months, it's up 8%. The past year, it's up 14%. And all time, it is up 14%. So we started this fund in April of 2021. So it's a little bit of a newer fund from last year. And this is basically an extension of the TFSA because we maxed our TFSA and we needed to make a new account to put more money in. and this one is focused more on Canadian stocks and Canadian dividend stocks. So it's a little bit different. This is why you've seen the TFSA actually seen a little bit of a decrease in growth over the past couple months. That's because the U.S. markets took a bit of a hit, and this year the Canadian markets are doing a bit better. So because this portfolio holds more of the Canadian markets, it's actually doing quite better. And the big difference here is we have Power Corp of Canada, and we also don't have as much VFE in here. As the S&P 500, we only have $3,000, so it's a much smaller percentage. And my goal for this year for the personal account is to, of course, add more Canadian stocks in here. I do have VDY and I do have some individual stocks, but I do want to add some more individual shares of some different companies, and kind of focus on that inside the personal account. So it's more or less the same thing, just a little bit of difference. But you guys can see how, holding US and Canadian, holding a combination of US and Canadian stocks can help balance your portfolio out, especially if, we don't know what's going to happen towards later on in the year, but I do predict that U.S. stocks probably, they've had a couple good years. Wouldn't be surprised if this year wasn't so great. And last year, Canadian stocks didn't have a good year, so I wouldn't really be surprised if Canadian stocks actually have a pretty good year. And on top of our portfolio that we just talked about, where I have $111,000 in total, we can see we have a gain of about $1,000, almost $2,000 in our personal account, and a gain of $12,000 in our TFSA. The app actually updated to kind of give a reflection of all of the accounts we have on Wealthsimple in our previous account. So we go inside the app here. You guys can see this is I'm using an emulator to show the app. We actually have a plus gain of 25,000. Now what this is I had an old TFSA on Wealthsimple Invest that I was investing into. That actually is reflected here. So if we look at my total gains since I've been investing on Wealthsimple since the beginning of 2019, we actually have a total gain of $25,000. So a lot of you guys ask me, how did my TFSA get so high? That's because I had a previous TFSA that I was building out, and then I took that TFSA, put it inside the Wealthsimple trade account, and that's where we have that $96,000. So this is a more accurate number of how much I've gained investing since I first started with Wealthsimple Trade. So hopefully that's not too confusing for you guys, but they did update it in here to include different things from Wealthsimple Invest and whatnot, and add a total here inside the Wealthsimple app. And a quick little update on the stocks that I've been buying recently. No surprise to most of you guys, I've just been buying the same old stuff over and over. I haven't been putting too much thought into it because I've just been busy doing other things. And this is the nice thing about having a portfolio of good quality stocks, is you can just buy them whenever you want, and you don't really have to worry about it because they're always going to be good quality companies. So here's the pending trades we have, which we're going to go through later on today. I put in a buy for TELUS, VDY, and TD. A little bit of money there, but previously for February I bought some ATD, I bought some VFE, I bought some VDY, and some more VFE here. This is mostly inside of my TFSA to help bring that total up, because my main goal right now is to keep maxing out the TFSA. I haven't maxed it out yet. I have about $6,000. I think I have like $5,000 or something, or $6,000 to use for this year. So that's kind of my focus right now. And it'll probably be me, for the most part, just buying more shares of the S&P 500, because that's what I'm choosing to hold inside my TFSA to get that nice juicy US stock growth. And of course, a big part of the series that I do on this channel is the dividends, and I love dividends. And even though I do focus on growth inside my TFSA, and I have kind of moved to more dividend and dividend growth based portfolio, I love dividends, and they're always going to be something that I'm going to focus on. And of course, as I get older, as my needs change, and I do start putting, focusing more on buying things that I want in my life. Like right now, as most of you guys know, I don't own a vehicle, I don't own a house, I rent. In the near future, I will most likely be buying a vehicle. I will most likely be getting a place, and at that point in time, the dividends will become more influential, especially if I choose to kind of like do the YouTube channel and I choose to work. I work part-time right now. So those are the goals in the future that I'm thinking about that are really going to change things. But dividends are always going to make a big difference for me. And you guys can see here we got some pretty good dividend payments from February. We got a dividend payment from SIS, which is Severia Corp, 88 cents, which isn't very much. VDY gave us a nice dividend of $90, another $16 with our personal account, and $90 inside of our TFSA. We got a dividend from Ryokan, which is $16. Be interesting to see what Ryokan does with its dividend this year. I know they did cut it. I think it was 2021 they cut it. So I wonder what they're going to do with that. Going to be interesting to see. And I did get a dividend from Power Corp, POW, and TD gave us a dividend of January 31st, which is $28. And then we got a TD dividend in a personal account of $17. So some nice dividends going towards the end of January and the beginning of February have been pretty solid as well. So let's jump over inside the spreadsheet, and I'll give you guys an update on our monthly dividend income. So as a lot of you guys who watch this channel know, I have the dividend spreadsheet, and this is something I've just been kind of tracking away. And as you guys can see, it's nothing pretty, it's something simple. I encourage you guys to do something similar. You guys can get as advanced as you guys want, or you can just have something basic like I have here, which just basically just tracks my dividends earned over time, because dividends is one of the very basic things you can actually put a number to, and you can actually track the growth. Like you can visually see the growth here. You know, there's no stock appreciation that goes up and down. It's just 100% cash that you're getting, for sure. You know, and as you invest your portfolio and as you put the money in and as the months go on, you guys can see here that the dividend income does slowly grow over time. So I did finally update the totals for February. We have a dividend total for the February 14th of $126, so $126 in total. Last month in January was a pretty big month for us, and we probably won't get anything near that. And the main reason why is because it was the big quarterly payments. We got our big, you know, VFV payments and whatnot. So March, January, February, March, probably like March or April. I'm not too sure when the quarterly payments go out. We'll probably get another big month, but our total dividends are $2,100. So we made total of $2,100. Obviously that's not a huge number, but it's starting to add up. That's starting to grow. You guys can see it, you know, the getting a couple $100 a month really adds up. It really doesn't make a big difference, especially over time. And here's a cool little graph here where you guys can see how the dividend payments have grown since we first started investing. So again, nice little visual representation of our portfolio and our dividends slowly growing over time. And we are, of course, taking those dividends and reinvesting them because we don't really need them right now. So it's just compounding and growing. And then, of course, at some point in time, we might, you know, use the dividends to buy things. Speaking of which, let's do a quick little update on the dividend investing case study. So here's another thing on this channel that I think is pretty unique that I've been doing with this dividend investing case study. The whole idea here was to kind of role play and have some fun and live a more frugal lifestyle and take some of the dividends that we earn. So if we go scroll up here, we can see our monthly dividend income here. I added the total dividends. We have $2,100. What I was trying to do, especially in the beginning, I was trying to take some of this income we were earning, like the couple bucks we were getting here, and I was trying to buy different things, try to like role play and pretend to see like how much, you know, if I used to live off the dividend income, which is $50 a month, how could that make a difference in my life? So I started buying some simple things here. I started buying some like basic things. I tried to cut back on things. I tried to have some fun here, and some of this stuff is basic. Some of it's like more entertainment. Some of it's more like for fun. It's not to be taken seriously, but it's just a cool little thing where I bought a DVD player with our dividend income for $50, and I started watching some movies. I bought a TV. A cool little small TV for the bedroom that we play video games on. Speaking of which, I bought a Nintendo 64. I'm an old school guy. I grew up with a Nintendo 64 and I wanted to buy one, so I bought one with our dividend income. I bought some games. I bought some hockey sticks. I bought some different things for the house. I bought some kitchen stuff. I bought a CD player. So all these little things I've been buying, I've been having fun with, and I've been using the dividend income. And we spent a total of $1,217. If we add up all the purchases in total, I updated these totals the other day. So it's $1,217 that we spent in total. So we still have quite a bit of room with the dividends. I've just kind of been thinking about things I want to buy for the future. I'm not too sure. Speaking of which, I did buy another video game. I bought a Banjo-Kazooie game. I know one of you guys mentioned Banjo-Kazooie. I grew up playing this game. I absolutely love this game. So it was a blast to play this game and have some fun with it. And I think I'm pretty good for games for a while. I'm probably not going to be buying too many going into the future because I have about 3 games for my 64 that I have to play through. So I'm thinking about some different things I want to pay for. I might add my internet bill on there. I might buy a new computer. I'm just kind of brainstorming some different things right now. So I do have a nice little chunk of cash here that we can spend because I still have about $1,000 that we haven't used for our dividends. But one of the things I want to do this year is look around the house, kind of assess some different things we need to buy, and think about things like our grocery bills, think about things like our internet bills, our phone bills, and stuff like that, and maybe start adding those to the list. Alright guys, that's it for today's video, so hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you guys as quickly as possible. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to smash the like button. And if you guys want to kind of follow me alongside my investing journey, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Take care, have yourself a good week, and I'll see you guys later.